Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Morning Musings. My name is Don K. Preston. I am the president of Preterist Research Institute of Ardmore, Oklahoma. It's really good to be back with you after a hiatus. You can tell I've still got some bronchitis. I hope I can get through this little presentation. In addition to that, my wife wound up in the hospital. She's still there as of this morning. With a really bad case of diverticulitis. So, pardon me. The beginning of this new year has been interesting, to say the very least. Thank you for all of you on Facebook who have expressed your concern about my health. Thank you for your prayers, and thank you for watching Morning Musings. I've been sharing with you some of the things that led me to become a full preterist, a believer that all prophecy was fulfilled in AD 70. You know, clearly the book of Revelation plays a vital and integral part in my transformation. And that change took place because I began to see the covenantal nature of the book of Revelation. Now, I'm only going to give you this very, very briefly. In my book, Who is This Babylon?, I developed this somewhat extensively. But sometimes little key words. Now, they may not seem key to us, but if we put ourselves into the mind, into the framework, into the historical context in which the book was written, all of a sudden it opens our mind up and we begin to see things. And in Revelation chapter 16, there's an incredible word that we might just flat overlook. Revelation 16:19. The great city was divided into three parts. The cities of the nations fell, and great Babylon was remembered before God, to give her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. Now, what does the word remembered mean, right? Not a big deal, right? No, it'd be wrong. The word remembered, when used in the Bible, now, certainly it can be used in, shall we say, a mundane way. Oh, I remember this, I remember that. No, but most of the time, okay, most of the time the word remembered is a word used in covenantal context. We find in the Old Testament, God remembered his covenant with Abraham. God remembered his covenant with Israel. God remembered. So, this word remembered brings to mind a covenantal context. Now, here's the great question. If Babylon of Revelation was Rome, was God ever in a covenant relationship with Rome? No. If it was the Roman Catholic Church, was God ever in a covenant relationship with the Roman Catholic Church? No. Not in the sense of bringing such curses upon her. Was God ever in a covenant relationship with, literal Babylon and literal Iraq? No. You see, when God was going to remember Babylon in Revelation 16, he was going to bring curses on her. Now, by the way, scholar after scholar after scholar acknowledges that the curses of Revelation are the curses of Deuteronomy 28 to 30, Leviticus chapter 26. They're almost verbatim quotes in Revelation from the law of blessings and cursings and Leviticus 26. So, here is God going to remember Babylon for killing the prophets, and in remembering her, he was going to bring covenant curses against her. What entity, what city was ever in a covenant relationship with God, and as a result of violating that covenant, God would bring covenant curses upon her as described in Revelation? Only one city, and that was Old Covenant, Jerusalem. You know, when we examine and when we honor the covenant context of Revelation, it opens up a brand new vista for our understanding. Hey, boy, I'm glad I made it through this without coughing. Thanks for joining me for this morning's Morning Musings. We'll see you on the flip side.